Why, hello everyone, and welcome back to Transistor and PlayFrame in the snow, and the wreckage and devastation, but snow also. Anyway, welcome back. We're going to the high pass now.
We can still get through.
Right you are.
Hello, world. You don't look so good.
A little brighter than last we saw it.
Almost there.
Indeed.
Last member of the Camerata. He'll be expecting us.
Well, let's not keep him waiting.
Look out.
Ah. Two
They
men's.
want a tag team.
All right. Let's not do this quite yet. Let's... Nope. Back out. How do I want to go about this? Okay, now I want to do something. Whoa! That works quite well. It's pretty cool. But no, let's void... rats. So with a void, I can't keep on stacking more of it. It just gets to, I just only needed to use it twice instead of 3 times to get the full effect. That's still good, but not as, not as ridiculous as I was hoping. Those two plus a, tap, though, utterly destroy this thing. So, cool. Let's, hit that one, too, while we're at it. Why not twice? Yeah. And then, your health is mine. Hey, don't move.
Missed. No, you don't.
Now give me that cell. I do not want you coming back. Got my shield back, so that's great. Okay, you're in trouble. And for good measure. Bye. You hit, and your health's mine.
Wouldn't want to wind up like them.
Wow, that, that tap ability is something.
Okay, let's go. There's the alley. Hey, look.
Hello.
This is Royce Brackett of the Camerata, communicating via proxy. I am calling for a truce.
Are you now?
See, I'd very much like for the process to, well, stop doing what it's doing. And my conjecture is you'd very much like that too. Assuming I am right, then come along and we'll sort this out. Maybe we can sort this out.
We'll see about that.
Ooh, sign in.
Could have sworn I left my body right here.
Oh, yeah. Where'd you go? Can I just read this first? Yeah, okay. Here we go.
The transistor. What can it do? What can it really do? Well, it can build a bridge. For example, that's something. People want a bridge to Fairview, sure. Why not? It's settled. Have a beautiful new bridge. It's good for more than just bridges, of course. Why, it can make just about anything happen. Really.
Imagine a bridge to Fairview. Let's see, override petition. Accessible only by air or sea, Cloudbank's most secluded and beautiful getaway deserves to be seen by all. With sufficient support, this petition would create a walking bridge to connect the southeast edge of Gold Walk Bay to Fairview Island. Fairview would be just a relaxing seaside stroll away. Additional traffic by foot and small motor vehicles expected to have a negligible impact on local commerce. Let's authorize petition.
This better work.
The people have spoken. By which we mean the person who's about the only person left.
Wow. You asked for it. You got it.
Yes. Me and Drunk Sword ask for it, so make it so.
To Fairview.
I guess so.
Let's go meet Royce.
The process process can't be stopped. Can't be stopped. However, process could be impelled to simply go away. Take its business elsewhere. Then we'll be well enough alone. As for the town, we'll have ourselves a blank canvas. And as for the transistor, we'll have ourselves a brush.
Intriguing. Well, here, I need to get in here. And I need to move this, sadly, to another slot for a bit, although I love its effect very much. We're going to be putting that back in an active slot pretty soon, I suspect. All right, new limiter. Let's put it on, I guess. Spawn corrupted cells when terminated. That's the worst. It's not the worst, but it's not great. Back. And... all right. Grant. Age 55, male. Selections are civics and judgment. Reasons cited, Cloud Bank, of course. More than 94% of voting adults in Cloud Bank agree that administration is necessary to the city's infrastructure and its continued day-to-day operations. A similar percentage also wants no part of administrative responsibilities, other than to exercise one's personal right to vote on or otherwise contribute to pertinent social issues. Most administrators like it this way. In the long-standing tradition of their role, they endeavor to keep things running quietly and smoothly, intervening as little as possible while facilitating as much as possible. As public servants, administrators are beholden to their constituents through this time-honored system. It is a system that Administrator Grant KENDRELL decided to subvert. Very curious to read more about this. In fact, after I move this to another spot, let's... what the heck, put this back on, and... oh, not enough slots. Okay, never mind. Let's put this back on and attach this to it. That seems fun. Yeah, damage over time with some lifesteal. Why the heck not? And while we're here, we've got almost all the functions, and at this point, because we've got all the text for everybody and we're filling in the gaps on new folks real fast, let's go ahead and do our full read-through of the backlog, because I think we have enough context of what the story has given us now that this stuff will all make more sense and inform what we're walking into more. This seems like a good time. So let's do some reading, and if you don't want to do some reading, then skip ahead, I guess. And let us begin with Crash, ourselves. Red. Ranked in the top percentile of Cloud Bank's contemporary performing artists for 5 years, Red demonstrated early interest in music despite studying at Traverson Hall. Traverson groomed many of the city's most ambitious civic planners, though Red spent the majority of her time developing the Academy's nascent arts program, and was the first on record to select 2 non-traditional disciplines. Records indicate she was reluctant to explain, citing personal reasons. She remained reticent, even after gaining the spotlight, and when asked about her past and influences, would often say her work spoke for itself. She did admit, however, that she never wrote her music with intent to stir controversy. To appreciate the impact of Red's music, consider first the current state of Cloud Bank's social climate and how it evolved over the past 2 decades. When an altercation finally erupted in the crowd during one of her performances, it was the first such incident in 4 years. It escalated to the point where administrators were summoned to the scene. As one of the suspects was banned from the premises, he accused Red of being an instigator and provocateur. Red later stated that it was in this moment that she fully understood the potent effect her music had on people. She decided to take certain precautions from that point, receding from the spotlight to compose new material in relative privacy. Rumors swirled. Then, once she finally re-emerged, trouble followed. The Camerata found her one night, once the crowds dispersed after one of her performances. They had reason to believe that she would be alone, rehearsing said new material. But she was not alone, and the presence of another individual disrupted aspects of the Camerata's plan for the night. Red survived the incident, becoming separated from the Camerata due to these unforeseen events on their part. Although her trace data remains intact, partial transfer did occur, including transfer of ownership status of something the Camerata believed theirs, which, again, her voice. So, okay. Breach, or the subject not found. Error. Subject background data corrupted during integration. Reason unknown. Recovered data indicates subject had no selections on record. There is a remote possibility, less than 5%, that this information is inaccurate due to data corruption. In the more likely event that the information is valid, subject by definition cannot be matched with census data, as 0% of CloudBank willingly chose non-selection. Timestamp on subject's integration coincides with timestamp of previous authenticated user relinquishing access and control. Although subject's trace data was corrupted during integration, nonetheless such data has its uses, and consequently derived a suitable function. Subject's trace data remains disjointed and cannot be recovered. What a mystery this character is. Then there's Spark, or Lillian Platt. One of the preeminent scientific minds in CloudBank, Miss Lillian Platt was the youngest ever individual to be elected as chairwoman of the OVC board. Under her leadership, the number of OVC terminals in CloudBank more than doubled, and the quality of the broadcast strengthened more than fourfold. However, she then became the youngest ever individual to leave the post, as she tendered a resignation in less than 2 years to pursue extracurricular interests. In private conversations, several of her former colleagues indicated that Miss Platt left following the sudden disappearance of a close personal friend, Mr. MAXIMILIAS DARZI, who, according to official OVC transcripts, decided one day to move to the country. So it seems like one could voluntarily move to the country, although in this case, it seems like a cover-up. Personal records show Miss Platt was preoccupied with certain rumors and urban legends concerning an unusual phenomenon sighted in the northwestern corner of the city, and possible connections between this and the rash of disappearances during the past 12 months. For undisclosed reasons, she decided she did not wish to involve the authorities. Her access to privileged OVC information may have contributed to her decision. Other records show she engaged in clandestine discussions with individuals claiming to have knowledge of the circumstances surrounding her friend's disappearance. She arranged to meet with them one night at an unmarked port near Goldwalk Bay. Miss Platt never learned the truth about her vanished friend, although in a brief moment she did learn the truth about the unusual phenomenon. To the Camerata, Miss Platt was more of a meddler than an opportunity, one of a scarce few who held some knowledge of their movements. When the time came, they made sure that they were nowhere near her last known location. According to OVC, Miss Platt has been missing for more than 2 weeks, and the trail has gone cold. Incidents of foul play have occurred less than once a year on average for the last 10 years, but authorities have not yet ruled it out in this case. Indeed. Since she has some connection to DARZI, let's skip ahead a bit to... Purge, was it? Yes. Okay. Maximilias DARZI. Not everybody wears the DARZI brand. However, 2 years ago, more than 56% of individuals between the age of 16 and 42 showed interest in or complimented someone wearing Mr. Maximilias DARZI's clothing. The self-styled CloudBank clothier became a fashion icon in his early 20s when he introduced to the world a garment line that boldly eschewed formal tradition. Not only that, so prolific was his work that seemingly everyone in CloudBank, in reality it was only 8% of the population at the time, found garments that spoke to them as individuals. In spite of this, all was not well in Mr. DARZI's life. In private, Mr. DARZI suffered from certain dependencies he believed were the source of his talent, or rather the source of his inspiration. Unfortunately, he was correct in this assessment. When he decided to come forward and wean himself from these dependencies, after an initial public outpouring of support, his career started to falter. His ideas came less quickly, or he could not act on them as quickly. And so, against the wishes of his closest confidant and partner, he resumed his old habits. It was then that Mr. DARZI met certain individuals professing knowledge of his condition, who invited him to participate in an experiment that could cure him without compromise. Believing he had little to lose, Mr. DARZI decided it was worth a shot. It may seem mundane for the Camerata to take interest in a man like Mr. DARZI, yet from the Camerata's perspective, he was perfect. Here was someone with the capacity to sway thousands in a subtle way, and whose career appeared to be waning. The public would readily accept that such a man, publicly disgraced, would decide to head to the country away from the bustle of city life. And indeed, the public took this news at face value, all but Mr. DARZI's confidant, whom the Camerata dealt with separately. What are they wanting to do with DARZI and then Red? Like, what function were they wanting to use them for? Okay, Jaunt. Preston MOYLE. CloudBank's racing circuit never knew the likes of Preston MOYLE, who shattered speed records with aplomb for 4 years straight. Credited with popularizing the sport of 1200cc racing, Mr. MOYLE gained celebrity not merely for his exceptional riding ability, but also because he built his motorbikes with his own hands. Ever the thrill seeker, Mr. MOYLE became known for seeking out CloudBank's remotest strips of road. Then, one day, Mr. MOYLE was altogether gone, having left all his personal effects behind, save for his fastest bike. Tracking systems on his bike indicate that Mr. MOYLE headed northwest across the canals late one night, averaging speeds 228% faster than the common standard. He surely was aware that the northwestern corner of Cloudbank was offline pending investigation, and this was likely the appeal. Having his very own abandoned part of town to race through on his custom bike was Preston Moyle's dream, and the reality lived up to the dream, judging by the volume of Mr. Moyle's laughter recorded by his bike. However, the recording stopped abruptly. OVC first declared Mr. Moyle's absence a full 5 days later. So sure were his associates that he would return like always. His close friends did not worry more than usual for 3 days, but for each subsequent day their worry increased on an average of 84%. This quotient proceeded to spread to the numerous fans of Mr. Moyle's illustrious career, although administrators barred any appeals to search for him in an offline district. Because that was the district where the Camerata was acting and doing whatever it is they were doing out there with the process. So yeah, this actually helps reading all of these together once you've got them all collected, getting that bigger picture. Okay, Mask. SHOMAR SHASBERG. Considered the most elusive entertainer in Cloudbank by 12% of the population, Mr. SHOMAR SHASBERG earned his reputation through numerous absurd public pranks and other daring or ill-advised feats. Thus, he earned the nickname The Magician from his many thousands of fans, and enjoyed executing highly unusual, unscheduled performances in Cloudbank's most bustling neighborhoods. His acts grew more ambitious over time, culminating in his promise to skydrop into a restricted region of Goldwalk and walk right out, escaping administrative detection. After constructing his personal glider, Mr. SHASBERG sailed forth one evening from a high-rise rooftop, to the delight of thousands of onlookers at ground level. Onlookers lost visibility of him as he flew into the dense fog hanging over Goldwalk, though their cheering continued for more than 40 minutes. Mr. SHASBERG, meanwhile, completed his skydrop very much as planned. What he did not expect was that several individuals were waiting there for him when he touched down. The Camerata saw in Mr. SHASBERG someone who commanded a significant influence over a young and vibrant sector of the city's population. Mr. SHASBERG, for his part, initially mistook the Camerata for an administrative group, and was shocked and disappointed to have been located so easily. His famous escape attempts likewise proved unsuccessful in this particular scenario. Nevertheless, more than 80% of individuals who self-identify as fans of Mr. SHASBERG's work believe that his disappearance was all part of the stunt. Switch. FARRAH YON-DALE. She was Cloudbank's first ever sky painter, someone who took the everyday occasion of the ever-changing sky and made an art of it. She worked for the pleasure of thousands, who remembered they once took the sky for granted. Miss YON-DALE gained a significant following as she transformed the skies around the city, and as her skill and popularity grew side by side, she started taking requests. One such request came from her heart. She was drawn to the district of Goldwalk, where her suitor lived, and there she would change the horizon to shimmering sapphire for the solstice, and for their and everyone's sake. This was when her art became a liability. Administrative restrictions over the northwestern part of Goldwalk conflicted with the breadth of sky that needed painting. Because of her physiological state, however, Miss YON-DALE disregarded the restrictions and painted away. The result was stunning, as the majority of onlookers failed to find words to describe it. But because Miss YON-DALE wantonly ignored a front-page directive from administration, she was banned from sky painting for a term 2.5 times longer than she found acceptable. She petitioned for reprieve, and came in contact with an administrator who suggested there were ways the term could be lightened. She was eager to learn how. Miss YON-DALE's gifted command over a dimension of the city's physical and natural beauty caused the Camerata to seek her out. While aspects of the city evolved at a constant rate, the particular way in which Miss YON-DALE approached her craft, with a strong, discerning, intuitive sense, but with an eye for the wishes of her followers, created a particular disposition that appealed to the Camerata. After she vanished, close to 70% of Miss YON-DALE's connections decided she must have fled the district to escape sentencing, and that somewhere out there the skies still sparkle with the patterns of her choosing. So we have this techno-city, run by a shadowy administration that's basically seeking artists, through which they hope to influence and control the larger populace. That seems to be the cut and dry pattern here. Help. SYBIL REISZ, the first of the Camerata we directly encountered. Known in elite social circles throughout Cloudbank, Miss SYBIL REISZ organized many of the city's popular public events, from groundbreaking ceremonies to contemporary festivals. She was everywhere, and yet somehow she made time to lead a second, hidden life. As one of the Camerata, Miss REISZ was responsible for gathering information about potential high-value targets, people who could contribute to their cause. She did this job to perfection, drawing no notice, although one target in particular caused her much frustration. Miss REISZ met Red while putting together a small program for up-and-coming artists, and became infatuated first with Red's music, and then with her. According to diary entries, there was something inscrutable and confident about Red that Miss REISZ could not explain. However, Miss REISZ was frustrated to find that Red grew distant. Through all this, Miss REISZ observed the aloofness of one of Red's companions, and decided that he must have been insinuating Red against her. Miss REISZ thought through various ways to rectify this. One night, Miss REISZ nominated Red as a target for her Camerata colleagues, citing Red's surging popularity in the city and her unusual set of selections. Red could substantially advance the Camerata's agenda, and was not yet so ubiquitous that her sudden disappearance couldn't be sufficiently disguised. Miss REISZ promised that the Camerata could get Red at a time when she would be completely alone. Trace data reveals an 85% chance that she falsified this claim. And indeed it was false. Bounce. NIOLA CHEIN. One would have difficulty finding a more active or outspoken member of the community of Cloudbank's Goldwalk district as Miss NIOLA CHEIN. She allotted more than 66% of her available time on activities such as passing ordinances to improve underdeveloped regions, reaching out to and educating habitual non-voters, or advocating for groups lacking adequate representation. Her motives were rarely questioned, as her love for the district was in fact sincere, stemming from positive early experiences that grew to become fierce nostalgia. Miss CHEIN did have her detractors, however, and this became very clear at the opening she arranged for the Goldwalk channel. The channel was to be a gallery space of sorts, designed to showcase eclectic works from those pursuing non-standard vocations that traditionally held little share. Instead, Miss CHEIN found herself accused of stirring unrest by calling attention to meritless perspectives undeserving of notice. The group accosting her was angry for 17 different reasons in total, including how the channel edged out a competing vote for a metro station that would have bridged the gap from Goldwalk to neighboring high-rise in one short ride. Miss CHEIN publicly lost her composure in this particular incident, which would have escalated further if not for several individuals who stood in her defense. They later offered their support with any such matters in the future. She agreed to meet with them, not realizing who they were. The Camerata saw in Miss CHEIN an invaluable moral compass of sorts, someone predominantly driven by philanthropic goals and seeking no personal gain for her actions. This type of perspective, they felt, was an important counterbalance in comparison to some of the other individuals they had in mind, whose work was no less significant to the city, but whose intentions were not as plain to see. After her disappearance, those who knew Miss CHEIN reluctantly came to believe that the channel incident shook her resolve enough to where she decided to go away for a while, to reignite her passions. Ping. Oh, I think I might have butchered his name last time. I think it's supposed to be like Henter Hyaford? We'll go with that. How many cases must one crack to become the most highly decorated detective in the 18th Precinct? Even this Officer Henter Hyaford knew ahead of time, although he never acted prideful about it. Of course, Officer Hyaford was no mere detective. He was a forecaster. This was one of the rarest and least understood professions in Cloudbank, though the results spoke for themselves. Officer Hyaford possessed an almost uncanny ability to solve any mystery that blew into town. So it was that he became very interested in the reasons why Central Administration quietly decided to take down the northwestern edge of the Goldwalk district until further notice. Officially speaking, Officer Hyaford could only do so much until the administration provided him with sufficient clearance for his own safety. But one of the side effects of Officer Hyaford's talents as a forecaster was his insatiable desire to confirm his hypotheses. So he decided to move forward with this investigation, sensing significant trouble and not wanting to sit idly by rather than do his job. What he discovered in Goldwalk shook Officer Hyaford to his core. He had never seen anything like it, and his hands shook as he prepared his report on the spot. But he ceased transcription when several individuals approached him. He did not expect them either. The Camerata knew Officer Hyaford posed a significant threat, as he was one of the only detectives stubborn or determined enough to refuse to accept the administration's non-committal answers about what was going on in Goldwalk. After considering several ideas that might draw the officer out, the Camerata realized they needed only be patient with him. After all, a forecaster could only predict what was already planned. After Officer Hyaford vanished, the 18th Precinct fabricated a palatable explanation for the public. The officer was approaching retirement age, and together they agreed to name a quarter of his home district in his honor. Get. Bailey Gilande. Miss Bailey Gilande was never one to follow the pack. Due to a variety of social challenges she experienced early on, she grew to care much more about the past than about the future. While this preoccupation at first made her reclusive as a person, in time it flourished as an invaluable skill, which put her at the forefront of a movement to fundamentally rework the city's outdated and incomplete archival system. Then, one day, Miss Gilande received a message from her local admin branch, extending her a pre-approved opportunity to be head of the city's archives. She accepted on the spot. Miss Gilande's propensity to look at and find truth in historic fact patterns made her excel at evaluating possible decisions about the future. She was well regarded for her objectivity and fairness. Anytime a new civic initiative was proposed, Miss Gilande would cite relevant historical data that put the initiative into context, and ultimately let those involved move forward with confidence. She became one of the administration's top consultants. So, in spite of her demeanor, she was not surprised when she received an invitation to a private banquet in honor of individuals who gave the most to Cloudbank. Miss Gilande's surprise came later when she arrived at the site of the banquet to discover the event was only in her honor, and that it was not a banquet at all. The Camerata identified Miss Gilande as having a wealth of knowledge about the city's inner workings and an agreeable, non-confrontational attitude, which gave her success in her professional interactions. Miss Gilande led a very private life and had no significant interests outside of work, so when she failed to show up for her duties one day, her colleagues were very troubled, but found no leads to her whereabouts. She never told anyone of the banquet. Let's see, already read about Purge, now Void. And yes, now we are to the Camerata. Asher Kendrell. Most children learn to stop asking why, but Mr. Asher Kendrell never outgrew it. His hunger for knowledge and his eagerness to spread it made him a prolific writer, who enjoyed a career as a culture and current events editor for OVC. When Mr. Kendrell wasn't busy reporting, he occupied himself studying the history of his city. But the deeper he delved, the more frustrated he became with all the dead ends and contradictions. The facts simply did not add up, so he started piecing together the unwritten history of Cloudbank. He conducted interviews with venerable members of society, those who willingly worked past retirement age or could speak firsthand about the past. The most remarkable among them was an administrator. Mr. Kendrell was struck by the administrator's wisdom and depth of experience, and the two shared a passion for seeking the truth of things, and for much more as it turned out. One day, the administrator took Mr. Kendrell aside to a place unlike any he'd seen before, and revealed to him something he never could have imagined. With it, the administrator said, together they could learn so much, about the past and about the future, as long as Mr. Kendrell was willing to keep it a secret. Mr. Kendrell accepted without a second thought. The administrator was much more to him than just a source at this point. Mr. Kendrell continued writing for OVC, now with an ulterior motive, having joined the administrator's inner circle. The administrator needed someone like Asher to help keep a low profile, someone who could speak directly to the hearts and minds of the population and truly understand their needs. That way, they could conduct their work in service of the people. Cloudbank would enter a new era. Now, Flood. Royce Brackett. This interesting enigma here. Once there was a great engineer. Arithmetic was his medium, and a city was his canvas. He planned the roads, buildings, and byways. His work could not be more precise. Like everyone in Cloudbank, he served at the pleasure of the city's people. The city changed quickly and often, reconfiguring to best suit the contemporary sensibility. Thus, the engineer's work was ephemeral. He loved his craft, but could not let himself become attached to the product of his effort. Because the engineer's work was never done, it stayed fresh. With new whims came new challenges. Bridges, gardens, towers, ports. None of it lasted very long. The nature of his work led him to notice certain patterns over time. The will of the people changed in cycles. Bridges would come down in favor of railways. Railways would give way to parks. New bridges would then be built upon the parks, and so on. Recognizing this, the engineer started fashioning avant-garde structures and designs he believed would persist beyond the immediate urges of the population. Yet those ideas proved much less popular, and before much longer he became obscure, and left his job to pursue personal interests on his own. It was then that he discovered a formula visualizing exactly how the structures of Cloudbank formed. He studied this formula closely, for it filled him with a deep sense of wonder, and an even deeper sense of dread. He developed predictive algorithms to determine where and when the visualization would take form, and began drawing it out with his own architectural plans, until one day he found it in its natural state. He saw beyond the confines of the city into something more, and there before him was something extraordinary. He took it, and realized the things he saw now stood at his call. Which brings us to TAP, Grant Kendrell, who we've only got a third of the data on. The administrator who decided to subvert the system of administration. Very excited to learn more. So let's go do that, and find us a fight.
So this is Fairview. Farther from town than I thought. All of Cloudbank's gonna wind up like this.
Sure seems like. How do I get through? Hello? Help. Stuck. Hello? Huh.
Where are we supposed to?
Oh.
Oh.
Sword and I are on the same page. Which is to say, lost. Ooh.
Trying times. Very trying times these days. Graham, the others, they've gone ahead without me now, haven't they? Just you and me now, isn't it?
And sword.
You and me. And the Transistor.
Exactly. Come on, sword. Yeah.
Yeah. I got nothing.
We had a saying, which goes, when everything changes, nothing changes. You see? When everything changes, nothing changes. But all this isn't what we had in mind.
There's the door. To something.
Let's find out.
Better.
Ah, that is better. Anything else to say? iMac? No? Okay.
To Fairview.
God, geez. Okay. These indeed. All right.
This time.
Let's get out of here. No, I hate this. Let's just run. Run. Okay, now. Okay. 2 voids and a breach. And I guess we'll just do a crash to finish it.
Other one show his face.
Give me those cells. Give them. Give them.
You there?
Ow, that hurts a lot. Boy, that really hurts a lot, though. At least you're dead. Give me that.
Made it.
What are those corrupted cells doing? It's hard to tell. I'm gonna turn that limiter off. I don't like it. Dislike.
The process, it's just doing a job. Doing its job. Though I much preferred it when the process did mine. But our old friend Grant, I let him borrow it. And well, anyway, here we are.
Yes, here we are. Fix it. Fix it, fix it, fix it. Come on.
Go for it.
Ah, good, an access point.
We have our detractors. What we were doing was wrong. In the traditional sense. In the contemporary sense.
Most senses, if you think about it. Are you done? Okay, access point. I don't want this limiter anymore. Go away. Thank you. All right, snapshots. Boy, these things are obnoxious. Spent many, many hours staring into these unblinking eyes. Rather calming, really. The process keeps meticulous records, very responsible, and this is sort of their bookkeeper near as I can tell. Now, I can't make heads or tails of those records yet, but there are timestamps. They have to be timestamps, which is how I know. In any case, the sense of feeling monitored constantly, while troubling at first, I found with time it fades. Interesting. Prefers high dynamic range lighting. There's fun little jokes in the descriptions over there in the corner. I enjoy it. Oh man, we've killed 61 of these things. Who's been terminating all the other ones? 38 million? Is that all the other players of this game? Because if that's like a little bit of online data detail, then that's very cute. Kind of like it. All right, we need to put tap on a different thing. Yeah, let's put it in... What's missing? Oh, okay. Cool. Just gotta put it here. Great. And while we're at it, let's put you here. Awesome. Awesome and great. I don't really know if I still want to keep Spark attached to that as an upgrade, but I don't really have anything else for it to go on. Guess I could get rid of it and bring back Flood or something. I don't know, we won't have enough memory for that, so never mind. I can bring back Charm, I guess. I'll stick with this. This is fine. Give me another fight. Bring it. Thank you. That's exactly what I asked for. Thanks. It's great. Okay. Void. Nope. Nope. Wrong. All right. Void. Masked. Come on. That is cheating. He's protected, but I can still hit him, which is kind of fun. Now, let me back all this out. This all sucks. Let's, close. Hit.
Fixing themselves.
Can I hit him now? Masked. There. Now I can hit you. Now I can do that. And a little of this. And you're done. Goodbye.
They're exposed.
Oh, is there another one?
Yes.
Oh, thank you for the answer. Get out of here. Ah, jeez. Let's see. I will take you out. And then... Nope. Hit ya. Oh, it's a start. Yes. Done. Not as done as I'd hoped. I guess he turned around and stopped being backstabbed. That thing's done, though. And now so are you. Hooray.
That was rough.
I don't know. I thought it went pretty good.
Gotta keep going.
We will. Just a second here. I want to read the rest of the data on tap. Yes. Administrator KENDRELL was one of the longest tenured public servants in the administration's recorded history. More than 2 younger generations of administrators came and went as he remained on the job. His abilities as a judicious and sharp-minded administrator never faltered as his age advanced, so instead, his constituency's respect for him only grew. By contrast, Administrator KENDRELL found his own feelings beginning to change. It was a period of personal crisis, a time when lesser men would have retired, but Administrator KENDRELL took it all in stride as far as anybody knew. By now, he had realized he had fought for virtually every social position at one time or another, always pleasing the majority. Over time, this left a hollow feeling in his heart. He had his own position on many matters, his own dreams and desires, but he had learned to keep those thoughts in check. Then, a longtime friend of his, with whom he often confided his worldview over food or drink, gave Administrator KENDRELL an idea he never dared consider. The Camerata was just the 2 of them at first, and its ranks were never meant to exceed a number to be counted on one hand. They encapsulated their beliefs in an expression, that when everything changes, nothing changes. And they had in their possession something that would move their mission forward. Administrator KENDRELL, ever familiar with the solemn burden of responsibility, knew more about administration than anyone. If anyone knew what was best for Cloudbank, it was him. Final pieces of the puzzle starting to fall in place here. I dig it. Actually, hang on, I want tap back in an active slot, please. Very much enjoying that. That plus Void in close proximity. Pretty devastating, it seems like. What was the other upgrade I had attached to tap? Was it... what was it? Was it... Spark? Damage instances, damage per instance. Maybe. But maybe it was Purge. Damage over time and slowed. Yeah, let's do that one. That one seems fun. Steal health, damage over time, and slow anybody in proximity after weakening them big time with a void. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty darn good. Let's see, if I put this here, it would spawn copies when attacked. It was great for defense. Great for defense. And it's tempting. But this allows me to get in more... You know, voids aren't that expensive, and I'm still having to do it twice. To get the full effect, anyway. Let's try putting it in a passive slot for now, and we can move it over if we decide we want to. Cool. Okay. Still 2 more we don't have, I assume. I assume there's 2 more we don't have. No, there are, because there's like the... Yeah, there are some abilities I haven't yet taken when I was given the option leveling up, so cool. Okay. Ready to roll. None shall stop us. Is that where we're going, or is there other stuff to look at? Really wish, I know I've said it a couple times now, but I really wish they would give some clearer indication sometimes of which of these interactables were taking you to a new place. I saw some people like pointing out or speculating that some of the ones that took me to new places said stuff like caution, but that has not been consistent. Like, this does not say caution, and this is the path forward, and lots of other ones haven't either. So like, there's no clear signifier that I have seen, or if there is a signifier, it's apparently not clear. And it should be clear. That's the thing that should be clear. Anyway, I'll stop talking about that because I've said it enough times.
Let's fly.
And everything else about the game's too darn good. So darn good.
Everyone always said you could be anything you want in this town.
Even a sword.
This is it for me. I could get used to this.
Well, I like you.
There's these traces inside the transistor. Everyday people once upon a time, but now, well, not quite themselves. And they're trapped. No walls in there, mind you. It's just, they're on their own. Listen close enough and maybe you can hear them. Some of them, I mean. The ones you know.
It's worked so far.
Just a bit farther.
Indeed. We are good here, yeah? I think we are good. So, okay. Let's, get in there, I guess. This is quite pretty, though. The look is fun. Okay. Void. Void. And... almost enough to kill it. 3 voids will do it. So... why not? 3 voids, and kaboom. Yeah, done. Big fan. Hey! Well, at least Purge is attached, so it'll still die. Thank you, Shield. You did great. Now, where? Okay. And this is great. Having, Crash still... Oh, this is actually even easier. Having Crash where I can use it even when I'm out of turn is great because I can use Crash to take out these devastating projectiles they throw at me. Oh, and it actually hurts them when they get hit with it. And now they're dead. This is a broken combo if ever I saw one. And I love it. Oh, I do.
If Royce can hold him off, so can you.
So this, like, in general, as a design thing, this is something that I would encourage all game designers, designing single-player experiences especially. Let the player find and enjoy broken things, because it feels really fun. I know that, like, you gotta balance that carefully to make sure that it doesn't just kind of destroy the fun of the game, like, just to make sure that they've not found a strategy that they'll just use and not try anything else out, or maybe you gotta find ways to encourage them to try other ones anyway, but stumbling upon an unbalanced OP strategy or cool weapon in a Souls game or something that makes you feel a little extra powerful and feel a little overpowered, that can feel really good and rewarding, and Like, this game is 100% proof of that, because there's a bunch of really overpowered, super effective abilities that you can find through trying out clever combinations. And when you find those combinations, you feel like a genius. And it feels super good. That's like, yeah, I love it.
Next.
All right. Got anything else to say? No? Cool. Terminals, though.
Whatever Royce sees in this place, I don't.
Protected message, confidential.
Whenever people make a change, whether to the sea or the sky or anywhere in between, the process does the real work. Invisible, behind the scenes. Well, I say whoever does the real work ought to get the credit. So I found a way to put the process center stage, a way to keep the process working in concert, in harmony.
And how did it go? Let's see. Grant. Not a good format for a debate, but there is no debate. We know the requirements. Low registered population density, access to civic resources. I do need light from time to time. Distance from administrative centers. So this was Royce demanding an area, this northwestern sector, to do work. Archive?
Enough with the history.
Message archived. Well, good.
Don't like it here.
I don't know, it's kind of growing on me. And everything else.
Bet this leads somewhere other than here.
Yeah, this is a little upside down.
Transistor. I have no idea what's inside it, really.
Friends.
Or what? I have my theories, but, well, that's really all they are. It's just theories. I've seen inside it. Had myself a little look. But I didn't see much at all. It was like staring at the sky.
Huh.
Bright lights back there. Maybe it's Royce.
It feels like we're really close to the end, and I may regret this, but I'm just going to keep on going. If you see a very, very long runtime on this episode, well, I've underestimated the remaining time in games before.
Let's never do that again.
This town, it changes shape all the time, right? Bridges, parks, highways rising and falling. Rising and falling at the people's whim with the changing of the seasons. Even the seasons, they're just whim. Why, I guess I grew weary of it after a while. Things changing all the time. All the time.
I do want to read this, though. Or hear this.
No views like that in town.
Wonder if we can do some humming out here. Such a nice ability to have.
Finally.
All right. Did we? Yeah, no, we got everything. We need another function to learn about. Okay. Next.
Come on out.
Yeah, jeez. Okay, get out of here. And you just get hit a bunch. Ah, darn it. Meant to hit that thing, but that's fine. I had a shield.
There's the other one.
Where? You... Come here. Get hit. Get hit, I says. You and your friend. Go on. Go down.
Never saw it coming.
Much better. The process do make for a nice pretty zone, I will give him that. A little plainer, perhaps, but
Clear.
lovely.
Which way?
Which way indeed?
I knew Grant half my life. Principled, persuasive man. Very persuasive. I'll miss him. He appreciated my work, supported my endeavors. The Camerata, it was his idea. I was all for it. All for it at first. But then, well, I'd say the rest is history, but that's not quite the case.
Yeah, kind of the present, huh? Let's go left. Oh. Let's decode this protected message.
Where I found it, where I found it, why? I found it on a lark, right around here, geographically speaking. Although geography was only one small factor, there was also the math. Awful lot of math involved. Wasn't entirely myself when I found it, you might say. Sometimes I think I didn't find it at all. More like the other wise around. You understand? Maybe it was looking for someone like me.
Tonight I will be going in again. This time I'm 100% positively certain. I figured it out. Tomorrow you will see it too. Exciting times. Exciting times. Let's archive. This was from...
Either way, now you're stuck with it.
It's true. This was sent by Royce, Brackett, and Red like a year ago. So, okay. Yeah, we're unearthing some history here.
Other way now.
Yes. Go. I says go. Come on. There. We go.
Hey, look.
Hey. A back door. That's nice. Now...
Get the feeling we won't be coming back here for a while.
Yeah, you may be right. How many doors are open? Okay, there's a couple. Ah, what the hey. Stability test.
Something's different in here.
Yeah?
Shoot, I forgot to bring the towels.
Okay, so what do we have here? We have tap. Love that. We have dog friend. 2 dog friends. Lovely. And we have jaunt, which has get attached. Don't know what that's doing, but let's try. Withstand for 90 seconds. Okay, I can maybe do that.
Here comes the tide.
Dogs! Ah, jeez. Leave a trail for him. Leave a trail. Leave a trail. Leave a trail. Okay. Leave a trail. Jeez. That's so many. Can I do this? Nope. Can't do that. I don't know why I didn't think to do this. That's very silly. There. Actually, no. Better still. There, let's get those. And there, that's not so bad. There, and I can keep on. Ow! Huh. That didn't work like I thought it was gonna work. We're in trouble now. Dogs! Thanks, dogs. Yeesh. Okay. There we go. And I'll do it again, and then I'll get some distance. Run! Okay. Still alive. Still alive and hanging in there. Yeesh. Okay. Sure. Let's keep getting some health back. And then hanging in there. Yee, no. Darn it. Okay. Okay. Let's take those out. And keep stealing health. Cool. Take those out. Steal. Good? Did that work? Boy, I hope it did. Take cover. Crap. Ooh, boy. Can I summon dog? Is there any way? Oh boy! 30 seconds remain. Ah, okay. Well, we need to spend this very efficiently. And then run.
Now's our chance.
I think that'll work. Summon dogs. Oh, I can't yet. Darn it. Need turn for that. Get that cell. Good. Okay. Okay. We're making this work. Just by stalling for time. This would be a lot better with Jaunt, but that's okay. We're hanging the heck in there. Taking cover. Taking cover. Taking cover. Run! Get out of there. Okay. And, well, not the best, but that's fine. There we go. Oh, there's a cell up there. Darn, it's about to respawn. 8 seconds. Ah, that's the worst. That's fine. 5, 4, 3. Okay. We can make this work. Boom. And boom, we're gonna survive. Technically.
We're not finished.
Not yet. Whew, that was closer than it should have been. Boy. All right, let's see this other challenge.
If you were being tested, you must have passed.
Thank you. Now this. Speed test.
Same beach, but something's different since the last time. Ready to go fast?
I am. So let's see, we have ping, which has mask attached. We have no idea, but cool. And we have jaunt with crash. Nifty. All right, 56 seconds.
On the clock.
Okay, so that's not going great yet. It's all right though.
Surprise.
2 coals though. Well, that didn't do what I hoped. Not even a little. At least I can jaunt though. Not really. Yeah, this one's not working. That's okay though. So I can shoot those, and that's good. I can shoot this guy, but this is not going to go fast. Not nearly. So yeah, the pings are good for taking out the little small fry. Yeah, those are still hitting me. Yeah, no, we've lost this one. That's okay. I'll just go ahead and I'll accept a loss this turn. Go on, hurry up. And yeah, just taking the hits. Ping forever. Not great. Not great. Not great. Come on. Okay. Well, we tried. One in spirit. I love that thinking. Let's try this again. So, okay, we got ping for taking out the small fry, jaunt for trying to escape and stunning stuff. I don't know if we can jaunt through, and maybe we can jaunt through the explodey small fry as well. That could kind of work. Let's try this again. And if we can like jaunt through and then do whatever this is to the enemies that are left, maybe we can do something devastating. Let's try it. All right. Jaunt through. Does nothing. Does a jaunt through do any damage? Doesn't seem like it. Ping. Ping. Okay. Starts a nice chain reaction, and then from here we can... Will that work?
No, you don't.
Seems to kind of work a little. Yeah, jaunts are not going to save me. All right. Ping. I don't think I'm achieving what I need to here. Nah. Keep running. Keep running. Whew, boy. That was close. All right, that should take that one out. Ooh, boy. Ouch. Much ouch. Okay. Ping. And then... a jaunt? I don't know if that did anything, but it's like... worth a try, yeah?
Ready or not.
Yeah, nice. Okay, good. There's one left, I think. Maybe two. Okay. No, there's two. That's fine. That's fine. We can make this work. I don't know if the jaunt did anything, but... ping, 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 ping. Cull. Yeah, nice. Okay, there's one left. We can make this work. We can make this work. Recharge. Quick, quick, quick. Whew. Okay. That. Quick jaunts to get over here. Ping. Or, actually... ping, ping, Cole. You done? This is gonna do it. Yes! And then collect. And we win!
Totally worth it.
Boy, these challenges are so cool. Just little puzzles, every one. I love it.
Well, I'm getting restless already. How about you?
It's like getting kind of dark and gray here, but I still kind of like it. It's still a nice look.
Had just about enough of Royce's lectures back there. But if he says he can make the process go away, I guess we gotta hear him out.
Even just having a starry sky here is kind of nice. Hey, and the sun's back. A little better with music, I suppose. Now, whatever. Luna, you want to get the ball one more time? Get that ball. Go on, get it. Get that ball. Get it. Go on. Go bark. Bark it, ball. There you go, you did it. Good dog. Okay. Let's get back out there.
Ready for us, Royce?
That, I believe, is the transistor's true purpose.
Chill beach times?
Its true nature.
Wait, can you repeat that?
Oh, that's funny. As if he's just been prattling on this whole time while we were inside. That's very good. Okay, which direction we would come from? I think it was that way. I can't remember. Well, let's find out.
This is something. There you are.
Yeah, okay. That's a lot. Let's... start... Can I... oh yeah, just take all those out real fast. Move in here. Void. And another one of those. Actually, no. Take it all back. Let's just run over here. Do a couple voids. And one of those. There. This will almost take one out. I can still use... oh yeah, those things are all gone. Crash still obliterates these things. Come here. You are done, Void. Done some more, though. Get out of here. Here we are. Absolutely donezo. Now you come here. You avoided. Oh, you got a friend, too. Well, that's just the worst. Be voided. Now you're in trouble because you can't move. Utterly held in place by this potent combo. Now you're hit and voided. I guess void makes them tiny sometimes, which is Kind of cute. Get voided again, and I guess it's kind of overkill, but this should do it. There we are.
There.
Good times. And yeah, a level. New function?
One step closer.
1 or 2, cull or load. I did rather enjoy cull. Cull was kind of interesting. Let's try it. I don't know if we're gonna get all these functions. Okay. Let's go ahead and get the last upgrade slot. Let's complete the set. And user will overload more functions at once and recover only 1 per access point, and the process will strike with twice as much power. All bad. I guess let's just take this one, though. Blech.
Okay, you're almost here. Almost here.
Indeed.
You ready?
Let's get some stuff equipped. All right. Bleh. I guess let's start by... I guess we need to get rid of something that's actually going to make room, so we'll remove Void for the time being to give Cole a shot. And let's get that limiter in here, I guess. User will overload more forks. Yeah, that's the one. Okay, you're in. Woof. Okay. Cool. All right.
Funny, I'm beginning to get a little nervous. So come on now. Come on.
You got it. Anything over here? Sorry, I know you said come on, but I'm distracted sometimes.
Everything around us, washing away.
Yeah, I do kind of like the aesthetic in here.
Must be the place. Hi, Royce. If you can hear me.
Welcome. Well, come in, come on. Inside my studio. I'm quite unarmed, as you can see. And it's safe in here, relatively. Safe.
At least for now. Here's the thing. Now, if the transistor doesn't go back in its cradle, then why, you and I both, well, we just won't be anything anymore in a little while. You, me, and the rest of this town. So, please, don't let my work go to waste. I'm being reasonable. Now, full disclosure here, which is, I am positively certain 100% that this will work, which is transistor plus cradle equals no more process. No funny business, okay? We'll just take it one thing at a time, one topic at a time. Look, if this was all just some kind of ruse on my part, I mean, how base? Why would I lead you all this way? I'll level with you. Yes, I would like it back. I'd very much, if you must know, but you know what? At this point, I would settle for not being wiped out of existence. I would happily settle for that. Okay, so now I'll wait. If you want me to wait, I'll wait. But the process, as you can see, patience isn't one of its virtues.
This is it then. You know what you have to do. What have we got to lose?
Well, a drunk sword, though.
It's why we're here. Came all this way for a reason. Just get it over with.
I wonder, are we given the option to not? And to backtrack? Doesn't really seem like it. Game does not want this. A little surprised to let you run off screen like this, but... Nope. Blocked in. So be it then. To the cradle with you. You be safe, alright?
Look, no matter what happens, just... I love you. You know that, right? It's time. Bye for now. But I will see you again. I will see you again. I know you can hear me. I won't let you go. Stay with me. Stay with me.
Let's see. The good news. Well, the process, I think we got it. Contained it. So, the town is going to be all right. It's just, well, someone's going to have to rebuild. But we flew a little close to the flame there, so now we're here, not there. We're stuck. And unfortunately, the only way back that I'm aware of is, well, unpleasant. So, let's get this over with.
Oh my. Time to get prepared. All right. It looks like we're fighting somebody else who has similar powers. This will be very interesting. All right. New upgrade slot available. That is nice, but, all right. I need to get set up with my favoritist loadouts in general here. I think. Love me some Void. Love me some Tap. I want my shield. Could be I could go without Breach, because I've been using it a bit less, but I don't know what we're exactly in for here, so maybe good to keep it on hand just in case. Let's crank this one up a bit. Yeah, and that's good. I still got room for this, which can give me more shielding. I could, or not more shielding. I could get myself spawned copies when attacked, which will give me some more defense and diversion. I could get more spark stacks per use, or more damage instances with tap. That intrigues me. Let's play a little bit defensively, though, since I don't know what I'm in for here. Here we go. All right, here is the loadout. Let's see how this goes.
Who gets to go first? How about me?
Oh, dear.
Let's see.
Got some nice defense there, though. Oh, he still gets to do that now and then. You know, that's only fair. All right, you know what? That's enough nonsense from you. Let's do a few voids and then take my health back. Cool. Thanks. For the health. Okay. Thank goodness for my copies and my shield. Oh, it's doing great work for me. You're done! Second chance. Oh, come on. Oh, he's got... System works the same as mine. That's... You know, it makes sense.
One of these is good for the return trip. Let's see if it'll be yours or mine.
Oof, thank you, defenses. Okay. That's quite enough of your nonsense. And let's just do that again. Get some health back. There we go. I am a fan of how that works. And then I can keep doing this, and yeah. You're just losing abilities there, bud.
Okay, that hurt.
Yeah, I know.
This really isn't going as well as I would have liked.
It really doesn't seem to be. You are doing some good damage, though. I will give you that. Don't know if it's gonna save you, though, is the thing. Probably not at this rate. And then some more of these, and down. You done? Not quite. Hang in there, shields. Oh boy. Ouchies. Oh no, our precious tap. That's okay. It did hurt, and now you will pay dearly. Have a breach. And, yeah, another one, why not? I'm just gonna chase it with Crash. And, good times ahead.
Ready for more?
Impossible. No, it can't. It can't be. God, please don't be God, please. Don't.
We got away. Red, we got away. Now you're here. And me. And that's it.
Huh. Writing.
Look at this. This whole town. I guess it's yours now. A blank canvas.
We've got a lot of humming to do.
And you still have the brush. Better you than the camerata.
Better get busy.
So where do you want to start? Head back to your place in High-Rise. Fit some gold walking. Junction jams. All the drinking joints in the canals. What are you thinking?
Let's start with Jan's. We need that pizza.
Hey,
Or yeah, I guess we can start with you. Pizza after.
oh. Look. That's not me. Not anymore. I'm still with you. But I'm not getting out of here. Red? Hey. What are you doing? Wait. What are you doing? Red. Don't you do it. Don't you dare. Don't do this. Please. If you do this. Red, please don't. Wait. Red! Red. No, Red. Did you do? No, Red, no. No.
find me. We are paper boats floating on a stream. And it would seem we'll never be apart. I will always find you, like it's written in the stars.
That's a cool game, right? It's just absolutely a lovely thing.
Silent guide is calling from inside. Pull me here and push me there. It's everywhere.
And I kind of love that they withhold any information about their connection and relationship until the very end.
Magnets pulling from different poles with no control.
It's one of those things that you understand enough of. You have enough information to get invested and like buy into there being a connection between them, and that's all the information you really need to play the game and be gathering up the story. But then getting to see their connection more fleshed out at the end just retroactively adds a bunch.
Hi.
Hey. Always find you.
Ah, Supergiant Games. So good at what they do. Thank you very much to the patrons again for not only like being patrons, all 600 plus of them, 700 plus now at this point, and for selecting this game as the 600 patron celebration like bonus playthrough. This was a really good pick, and I had a great time. I'm really glad I got to revisit it. This has been a delight. And I don't know if I mentioned this at the beginning. This game essentially tied in the vote with two others, Journey and Firewatch. I don't know if those have started yet, but we're going to be, like, Carrie and I are going to be playing those on the Sunday slot. That was just kind of the the compromise I found to just go ahead and break the tie. But yeah, now we've played this one, and like I said, it's 700 plus now, which means, again, y'all have managed to unlock another bonus playthrough before we're done with the one we're in the middle of. This is like 4 games in a row now, 3 in a row. I've lost track. It's going to be 4 in a row. This is going to be the 4th. So right now, today, on the PlayFrame Patreon, the voting has begun. The survey, rather, has begun for what the next bonus playthrough will be. And no restrictions this time. Last time I said, let's keep it to a shorter game so I could try to catch up. Now I'm kind of caught up, even though y'all are getting ahead of me again, but whatever. No restrictions. If there's a game that you would like me to play on this channel for the next bonus playthrough, and you want to suggest that game, then go to our Patreon and become a patron. Because it's the patrons who get to choose these things. And y'all keep choosing great ones, like First Horizon, The World Ends With You, and now Transistor. You're on a pretty good hot streak. But anyway, begin recursion though, or exit to shell. That's interesting. So I think if I wanted to do, there's like a new game plus thing, I think, where you can keep playing, keep sort of building up like your functions and leveling up. And I think enemies are a lot harder. I think there's a lot of additional stuff. I'm not going to be doing the new game plus stuff, but it exists. So for those of you who are wanting to try this game, there's more game to find and more cool stuff to do. And it's a great game that deserves your money anyway. So highly recommended. Do that. The recursion option will be available on your return. Sign up for now. Sure. Just quit the game. Okay. Well, that's not optimal, I guess. Here, I'll take it back to the intro screen or something. Yeah, that'll work. Anyway, thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this. Subscribe if you did, and I will see you next time for something else. Take care, and goodbye.